I want to address something on this vlog. Through the years, even recently, I had commenters comment, look at you, you know, you're just standing there watching them work, and I bet you don't do a whole day's work and all that. So I'm going to address that. I'm going to head it straight on. No, I do not. You're exactly right. Amen. I want to shake your hand for being a genius to recognize that I don't. You know why I don't? Because it's not my job. It's not my job. Why do you think I hired 5 people, sometimes even more, according to what the load is we got to do around here, to do those things? I didn't hire a whole bunch of people and put them on the payroll for me to get out there and do a dog and pony show for the audience that, look, I'm out working the Filipino, look at me. You know what that really makes me? It makes me a fool. Now, I do go out there and work with them, and I put in my time because I enjoy the work. But it doesn't mean that I have to stay there at their side working equal with them 24 hours a day for an audience. No. When you hire people to work, that's their job. Just like you got in any business, you got managers, you got supervisors, you know, you got foremen, you got, you know, shift managers, all those things in an organization, right? In a company. You know, Elon is not there building a rocket firsthand. He goes and visits it. He has the meetings. They discuss things. He walks the floor. But he's not the one running the machines and moving the stuff. He's not out there, you know, on a sky track or a crane operating all that nonsense. Come on, man. That's some you know, like I'm supposed to be out there busting my butt, you know, pay them a payroll and me bust my butt. I'm here providing them jobs. I'm here providing them work. If I didn't give them work, they would be in some pretty bad shape right now. So that's people of our family, and I'm providing them work. And let me tell you, whenever this work stops, they're going to be kind of long in the tooth, as they say. You know, they're going to have a hard time. People like Mop, he's young enough, he can go anywhere. He can go anywhere. But Miller's pretty limited. They get to age and how fit you are, how fast you hustle. Like Miller, he's a great guy, a wonderful guy, but he's not like a real hard hustler. And he's limited on the work. He'll be back out on his boat. He'll be back out struggling day to day for fishing if he didn't have this work. And so I provide him work. Joel's getting a little older. Joel has put in his time. He's a hard working dude. But probably if Joel's not working for me, he'll probably just quit. He told me that before. If he's not here working for us whenever I'm done, he's probably just going to quit his work career. You know, Marlon is just working on his days off as a security guard now. Francis could probably go pick up work somewhere else. He's a hustler. He is a hustler for real. Same thing on June, which we call Dean. He's a hustler enough he could probably pick up other work pretty easy. But I'm providing them jobs. I'm providing them jobs. Now the thing is, they take on this other work, they may have to travel, and it's going to cost them the travel cost every day, or maybe they're going to have to stay away from their family and bunk up at a job site in the city and only come home part of the time, and you know, and just, you know, 24 hours a day stuck on that job. This is the life. So I have no bad feelings or anything that I'm not out there straining my back and working as hard as them and putting in my 8 hours with a shovel in my hand too. Man, I tell you what, that's some goofy thinking right there. That's some goofy thinking. Do you see the big contractor being the main one doing all the work and all that? No, there's a tier of structure. But I'm still not so much better than them. I won't get out there and work. I get out there and hustle. And if they don't understand what our job is going to be, I show by example. So maybe the first 2 or 3 days or something, I get there and I do a whole bunch of the work, or I work right in there equal with them until they get the idea and the gist of what's happening, and then I walk away from it and they carry on from there. But I just laugh at that, you know, like, you don't do anything, you know. And I'm doing my thing. I'm here with my projects, enjoying my projects for my boat, my bike. That's what I'm at this age for. This is what I'm at the financial position I am. I enjoy with my green truck right here, you know, and here in my garage and out at the water and visiting with guests and all. That's my position. maybe it's some of those that didn't, you know, put in the work that I've put in the past, and maybe they weren't as entrepreneurial, and they just don't understand how it works. They just don't understand. But all I can do is kind of laugh at those comments. I'm like, what? Man, that is just silly, you know, silly. Oh, the boys are back hard at it right there. Rendering again. Skip to the other side of that hole right there. And continue on down the other side here. Like I say, the last thing we want to do is that hole. That is looking really good. Really, really good. I'm glad to see them make time on that. So they're getting all of that there, and they got all of this here. Look at this. And just save that one little spot in the bottom right there. Mr. Joel's continuing to get the steel ready here. He's been tying it all in here. It's not real far away from the point that we'll be able to flood this thing. And it'll flood fast, especially with these rains we get all the time, because we'll stick that overflow pipe coming from that cistern, link them together. It's sticking out here right now. You can see it right down there sticking out, and it's already under, and it comes out over there, and the other end of it's up there. So we just got to link that in between, and all of that water flowing off our roof is going to head straight in here. But we still got to get an overflow pipe out over here on this other side, so when the pond gets full, where it's going to dump out at. Out here in the garage working on the coconut grinder. I bought this thing a long time ago, and Melinda found me a pan to go with it. I'm looking for the grinder part so I can show you too. Oh, there it is. Got set. This little head right here is what grinds out that coconut. Man, you wouldn't want to get your hand in that. And it goes down on here. Now I've got it standing up. It'll be mounted with it down like this. But what they do here, and I just robbed this from seeing others do it and off videos. So I'll cut the center of that pan open, and it'll go right down over that motor like that, and then there's 3 bolts. And I marked them right there with black marker just then so I can see where they are when I set that pan down. And I just cut that out with a 4-inch grinder just going around, so it's not the smoothest hole, but it don't really matter. And now I'll mark those, and I'll drill me 3 holes in this, and then take the bolts that hold that motor together right there. And that's what I seen them do. I'm just copying what I seen Filipinos do already, just mimicking it because it worked. And put those bolts back through, put the head back on it, and it will be ready to go on that part. Some cabinet work we did here a while back. I ended up with all of these drops right here, okay? And I'm going to use one of these drops, and I'm going to make it into a base for that coconut grinder to sit on. Attach the motor to it. Man, I've just so enjoyed my day here in the garage. Let me show you. Man, listen to that rain. Oh man, the winds are getting up. Hold on, I need to go close my boat, and then I'll be back. Oh, it's closed. Couldn't remember if I left the engine compartment open or not, but everything's good in the hood. So I had a really enjoyable day in my garage. Got the coconut grinder done. We'll give that thing a try tomorrow. In fact, it's getting wet right there. I need to move it. I gave stuff away today out of my garage to different ones. And I got some of this stuff put up now. This right here came from a subscriber a long while back, and I put that up right there. That came off one of my brother's 18-wheelers. That came from my brother, in fact, out of Atlanta from 96 Rock. My brother worked in the rock and roll industry, actually not just rock, but in the music industry. Of course, I got my Representative Dallas license plate. That came off my old cattle trailer. And of course, some old Super Bowl back-to-back champions long ago. That plate might have a little value to it. It's just a little novelty plate, so just kind of stuck it up there. I thought it was funny. She is pouring down. Wow. Good old tropical storms.
Wow, we're here in the town. We're supposed to be, we're going to Sumba. Earlier when we lived there in our house, you know, it's the it's clear though, but we're not waste our time because we're here in the town to pick up the fresh milk and James food, the Andox. So I think while we're waiting here, I think we're gonna buy some barbecue. Amin no? Barbecue. Na, may ganun bakal barbecue ay.
So yeah, I've been a proud Texan, but the one thing that I love more than my Texas, it's my wife. And she's a Filipina, and I love my wife, and I love the country she's from as well. So I have been coming here in the Philippines for half of my adult life, and the scales are starting to tip beyond half, more to the Philippines than the U.S. So right now, right at half or just over half of my adult life, the Philippines has been part of my life. But of course, Texas gave me a lot, the U.S. has given me a lot. I wouldn't be able to be here doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for the wonderful economies and the opportunities and everything that the United States afforded me. The chance that if you get out and you can work hard, at least it was during my time, that you got out and you just applied a good hard day's work, and you know, the chance to be an entrepreneur and everything. The States has been good to me. That's why I'm representing right here. My America, my Dallas, Texas, because that's my home, big city, my state, everything, you know. I love my country, but I also love the Philippines. So I guess I got some polygamy going on, huh? But I tell you, I would not be here doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for the United States and for Texas and for the opportunities that it gave. And I hope that others in the future can get that, and I hope it doesn't get destroyed or anything by either side. It's not political. That's all parties. That's all, you know. There's just crazy dealings going on from every direction. But it's still, I believe it's still a wonderful country, though. I really do. Think about this. Everybody seems like they're fighting and arguing, right? Now, I don't want a bunch of political comments on here, and I'll delete them if anybody puts them. But the fact is, that's the beauty of the U.S., is that we can openly disagree. We can openly hash things out, and you know, we can protest and everything, and you know, we're not sawed down, you know, like some countries are. I better just not even touch these topics. Y'all gonna get all cray-cray, you know. I don't want y'all to get cray-cray. I'm just gonna keep loving my country. Y'all deal with whatever you're thinking.
Oh my God, it is. I think it's under lightning. Ako, may nagabay.
Man, I'm worried about Melinda. Right before this storm hit, she took off on that little, I guess you'd call it electric cart or whatever. They call it an e-bike here all the time, but it's not a bike. It's got 4 wheels. But a little electric cart, man, the storms hit, and I hope they just went up there in a business in town and just hanging out until the storm passes. Yeah, I really do, because I'm worried about her. Man, we're having some hard lightning and thunder. Boom, you see that? Listen. Told you. I am worried about her. But the winds have settled down. I looked at the radar just now, and this is starting to move away, I hope. Boy, I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried about her. No, why she didn't take the pickup? It was sitting right there. Even the sky's kind of a weird color right now. Not normal for us to see that.
Yeah, there's 2 tornadoes and an odometer.
Yeah, I was just recording video about you out back. Man, I'm so glad you're home.
Yes, and we are there now in Ando. He said, oh, I think we're not gonna make it to school by. You know, and then the rain was just, oh my God, gushing. And well, instead we're standing there, we buy the milk and the fruits, but when we go home, it's become tense. And maybe, and I decided to July, what can we do? We're gonna go stop at the covered court. And I said, but I need to go home, you know, and like this. Maybe it's gonna getting worse more.
I was like, why didn't she take the truck? It's sitting right there, you know.
So, me and Gila, you know, like we drove it, you know, the water was really kind of deep at the edge. Of course, always at the edge.
Yeah, and they could short out that electric maybe on that bike.
The down track, you know, peeping, you know, because I said the first I'm very slow because the water.
So you had to get over in the road because it was flooded on the edge, and then the truck's beeping at you to get the hell out of the way, huh? You should have took the pickup, babe. It's sitting right there.
I said we just let us to go home, you know. So and then we already lost conscious, and the e-bike's tripping, you know, like make a sound, but it's not the one that I press it, you know. I said
because it's shorting out, getting wet.
Yes, it's already been wet.
Yeah, man, you knew the storm was coming. It was already thunder and lightning before you left, goofy.
Lovely home, though.
Man, I'm telling you, I was just out telling the viewers and looking at that weird color sky too,
Yes.
you know, and saying, man, I'm really worried about them. I don't know what to do, you know. I was thinking maybe you might have went in a local business up there and just sit and chilling or
That's
something
what
until it passed.
my first plan, and then I said we go to the covered gym, you know, but I said to Chilo, I think it's better we go home because maybe it's not gonna be stuck and we stuck there for the night.
Plus, maybe somebody don't see you in the rain in that thing and run over you.
Yeah.
Not good. If you know that storms are coming, take the truck,
it's
bro.
bad though.
Well, I'm glad you're home.
Yeah.
I don't have to find a replacement
Exactly.
yet.
I said
I got a little bit longer.
I think James already. They're trying. Now I think James is trying to jump. They go,
No way, Jose.